Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. We in here again. Can't start a podcast without.
This another white reproduction. This for all the people at the club.
Can't dance, can't move.
Who have no rhythm
Yeah.
at all.
It's that time. I want to welcome you all to the Mike Rand Dolphin Around podcast. Alright. See? Best way to start it. So, literally, it is mid-February. And no lie, 25 degrees? No. 25 degrees outside. Mid-February. That's so crazy. There's no reason to be that cold right now. We're a month from spring, and we literally freezing our butts off. So for the past couple of days, it's been like it was like 8-9 degrees, and 8-9 degrees is crazy when you think about it had rained. It had rained and snowed days ago, and now we're in a situation where the streets are dangerous, the roads are dangerous, and I just don't know what people are going to do. And literally, people get utilities went out. So when your utilities go out, you know what that means. You ain't got no heat, you ain't got no power, all these things. So Austin wasn't prepared for this kind of thing at all. You know, they were not prepared for something this magnitude to happen, especially on COVID. So people been adjusting and dealing with those things. But me, on the other hand, I have like been alone, lonely in the winter. So if anybody know me, you know I like being alone. I'm a ISO solo dolo type individual, and me being like that has created this whole little state of myself type thing. So this whole stuck in the house, cold outside. I don't do cold either. I used to do cold, but we'll get to why I don't do cold now a little bit later. But I just get to be alone, solo dolo. You know. So in my past, growing up in Tennessee, we had 4 seasons. And our 4th season was like the highs and the lows of the weather. Now, I will be honest, normally we'll get some cold around Christmas break, or we'll get some cold around spring break. It's so funny. It would normally have bad weather during spring break. But winter time, we get the regular, typical winter. It's a little cold, low 30s, high 20s for a few days, and we back to normal. But, we wear our winter coats and stuff. Get like 2 or 3 months of your winter coats, your boots, stuff like that. But here in Texas, depends where you at, but really, you get like a week or 2 of winter. This has been the longest winter I really encountered or heard about ever here in Texas. So, it is what it is. But I think the funniest story I ever had was me and my homeboy Michael Reynolds. We used to play basketball outside in the snow. And where I used to live at on Beach Tree up in Jackson, next door neighbors had a goal. They didn't mind us playing the goal as long as they weren't home. If we were home, they were home, no basketball. They had one of them goals that was in the ground. So we used to always hoop. But it was cold outside, and we had this crazy idea we're gonna go outside and hoop, play 21. So we were out there hooping, shooting, getting our shots in, this, and this. I fell a few times, slippery on the ice, but I had gloves on, so my crazy self took my gloves off. When I took my gloves off, started getting frostbites on my hands. So this is how I learned I don't like the cold. When I was young, I tried to go in the house, and my first instinct was to put the hot water on the cold hands. And my mom was like, if you do that, you're going to hurt yourself. And she kind of explained to me what was going to happen. So I was like, man, I don't need to be outside in the cold if I can't do what I need to do afterward. So after that situation, I don't really deal with the cold like that. So, man. So I think my craziest snow moment was when I was in Korea. And when I was in Korea, I worked and lived about a mile away from each other. So me and Scully used to have to walk. Unless it was super bad weather, we'd catch a taxi. But we hated catching taxis because we had to pay money to catch a taxi. And, you know, we were trying to save some money because we were two little broke kids out there paying child support for these kids that we don't get to see. So, encountering those kind of things changed our approach on how we get to work. I put on 4 layers and walk to work religiously. No problems on my end. And not have to really care about these kind of things, you know. So, 4 layers, you know what 4 layers is.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. So that's how I feel about that situation. So we was down there. We got a few inches of snow, but we just have to go to work still. Like literally have to walk to work in the snow because the taxis weren't driving in the really bad weather, but we had to get to work. So they will recommend us leave it's like leave out early, make sure you get to work on time. And we sitting there like, man. So, and then we even had exercises, base exercises with our uniforms. We had to wear our uniforms, but it's cold outside. So we in mock gear, you know. I got on like 4 layers and the mock gear, just walking around, doing our jobs and stuff. And that's when I was like, this ain't for me. I gotta get out this thing. And the midst of me getting out was kind of based on real life type stuff. I can only imagine trying to live a regular life and have to deal with some combat stuff. Some people can do it, but it ain't suited for everybody. I ain't one of them. So being in Korea just really taught me about, I don't do that whole winter fighting type stuff outside. So I think one of my favorite winter moments. Oh wow! I would think it would really have to be based on just seeing Zoe enjoy the winter stuff, because I ain't got too many positive stories besides maybe like standing on the bus stop or something. I ain't really got too many like favorite winter stories, because my winter and my favorite time in the snow would be involved going snowboarding. So I've been to Big Bear like several times. I remember when get on the snowboard and be going to snowboard and doing those kind of things. That was like my happiest time in the snow. And I think me, King, Terrence, and Hardy, we went down there for the Black in LA tour. And the Black in LA was super, super cool. Nice, dope event, you know. So that's what I would say my favorite winter moment. But like I said, it wasn't really winter. I think that was man, we went there for I think like March. And that wasn't winter. Yeah. So that would be my favorite winter moment. But I think if I had my ideal winter situation, it'll be like somewhere not home. It's not fun to enjoy snow and ice at home, but being out of town somewhere, I can see myself having a lot of fun. Maybe going to Colorado or something, and then like being around snow. I can see that as being entertaining. Yeah, but I think that's how I do in the future. I think I like planning a vacation around snow time that I can go actually enjoy it. Cause it's not fun enjoying snow when you're at home. All right, y'all, holla.